high schooler in sports, or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
That's right. Here we are on a beautiful Thursday in the capital city. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you. Stricky, how you feeling today, partner?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Had a great workout this morning. Hit the gym up because you know why? It is Thursday.
Woo, woo,
Had to
woo.
get my mind right. Had to get my mind, my body, and everything right to be able to receive the libations of the great big grill guy, Uncle Kevy, coming over from Irish Cork and Bottle. Where can you find him?
13th and South.
13th and
Big
South.
old neon sign.
He's going to be in here today, so we're looking forward to that, as well as how are you today? I see you're representing Nebraska for the first time now that the Royals have passed on.
For the first time. Stop the cap. There's a very special reason that I'm wearing this today, Stricky.
Talk to me.
2 years ago, I got this as an anniversary gift from my wife. Today is our 4th wedding anniversary. So wifey and I are hitting up Misty's after the show. So I'm sipping, raising the glass to me and Olivia. 4 years today, Stricky.
You know what? And I might give you the bottle today. Normally Stricky walks out with the goodies, but today I'm going to give you the goodies and let you take that home, and you and the wifey toast to a 4 strong years, and then Lil Beckett watching, looking up with them glowy eyes of his, and having a wonderful day that you guys celebrate. Man, that's awesome. Congratulations, my brother.
Appreciate that. Shout out Mom and Dad for letting us get out of the house and watching the little guy. So, Stricky, I've never had Misty's before. That's where we're going tonight.
Right up the road.
Right up there.
Yeah, man. Misty's
nice
good
and easy.
steak. Man,
that's what I've heard.
That's the spot. I don't know. I only went on one recruiting visit. I wish I can go through a time warp or portal or something.
Use all of them
to go back and use all of them. I think, man, I really was a different dude, man. It was for me. I wanted to do it early. I didn't want the distractions. I didn't want to have to. I knew where I was going. I wasn't going to play the games. Most people kind of had an idea. They knew. I wasn't taking phone calls. It was just like, look, I don't want you to waste your resources. I don't want you to, that's kind of what my mentality was. And, but as I think back on it,
now
we should have freaking went. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't think I would have went anywhere else. I pretty much knew that Nebraska was a place for me, and it was. I had a great run here. I had a great time here. I fell in love with Nebraska, and I hope that Nebraska fell in love with Stricky.
I think we have plenty of evidence to say that happened. Before we dive into what should be a fantastic show for you guys, starting with Thirsty Thursday topic Pong.
You know it.
What we'll start off with.
Hey,
before we get there,
any of the business owners and listeners, if you want to get in and take ownership of Thirsty Thursday Topic Pong, it's you're welcome. Chime in, tap in. You can reach out to us via our Twitter handle, or you can also reach out to the station as well. I ain't gonna give you my email address and mess around and start sending me spam, and I'm opening stuff and I get
viruses hacked and all that bad stuff.
Yeah, that part.
Hey, before we dive into Topic Pong, Stricky, she's back.
There she is.
Ellie.
There she is.
Welcome back from fall break.
Thank you very much.
How was it?
It was amazing.
Tell the people where you went and what you did.
I went to Portland, Oregon, just strictly because I wanted to go to
Strictly
that part,
because I wanted to go to Canyon Beach. It has the rocks. We talked about Goonies last week. I went to the Goonies rock,
guys.
And then I also went to Halloween Town where they filmed Halloween Town.
Nice.
Baby Ruth.
It was beautiful.
Nice. You there all fall break?
All fall break. Yep.
Nice.
Did you happen to see our guy? What was his name?
What was his name, Stricky?
Sloth.
I did not see him. No, unfortunately, I did not.
Man, he's still alive. I know he is, man. He's just hiding in a cave somewhere.
Probably.
Also, for those of you wondering, no, Ellie does not have dip in her mouth. She's sucking on a Tootsie Pop.
Pause.
Because we have amazing candy here.
We do. What flavor did you go with?
Black cherry.
And you're literally taking it all the way to the dang stick.
End of it. Because it's a Tootsie Pop. You get chocolate in the middle. It's the best sucker ever.
Pause.
Okay, finish that one. During break, get another one, and you have to test how many licks it takes to get to the center of a mini.
Okay. Chris,
okay.
I will.
Get off the text line. I hope you're not here because golly, you've already Eric, get off the text line, my boy. Yeah, it's already started. Golly, man. I was hoping to get through at least the first segment.
Nope.
Nah.
Not even the first 10 minutes.
No.
That's right. All right, Stricky. Topic Pong. Lead us off.
You want Stricky to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Topic Pong. Thirsty Thursday Topic Pong. Sponsored by somebody soon. Listen, we're let me start with this. We talked about how that would pan out or how it would work out for the Pittsburgh Steelers by removing a 4-2 led Justin Fields and putting in a coming off the injury Russell Wilson. I got a chance last night to watch breakdowns of just certain segments of series and different things that he did, and it looked very Seattle Seahawky, strictionary word, Seahawky, Russell Wilson, right? And I was watching the movement of the team. Now, one thing that Pittsburgh Steelers has, and let's give credit as well to Tomlin, and this is an area of his, and that's
why he is highly compensated.
Yeah, defense. That's one thing that they're going to always have is a strong defense. They have that. One of the areas in where they struggled was in the offensive side of things, and the with the offense, you saw that they struggled a little bit. Now, you had Antonio Browns, you had
Le'Veon Bell,
and Roethlisberger wasn't just he wasn't a slinger. He got the ball where it needed to be when it needed to be there, right? That's what they needed. That's what they've been missing. Russell Wilson, I said, if he can just get some form of what he did there with protection and the running game where they can run play action, and they play action the death out of it. They had linebackers all up in the line. Now, being that he's become that again, what do you think about his resurgence? Is this like a picture of it being location means something when you're talking about quarterback style, it fitting for them and not going to certain place, coach, the coaches fit, all that. Talk to me.
Yeah, I think that Russell Wilson is probably the most talented quarterback cast off Mike Tomlin and the Steelers have had. I liked the Arthur Smith addition for them at offensive coordinator, didn't love it, but you saw everything come together for those two, right? What the plan was when they signed Russell Wilson to begin with. I wasn't on board with benching Justin Fields. I wasn't. Was he playing perfect football? No. Was he looking better than he did previously in Chicago? Absolutely he was. So I kind of thought that Pittsburgh would have bit the bullet on that one and said, well, we tried Russell Wilson. He was hurt. Justin Fields is playing well enough. We're on top of the AFC North. We're just going to let it ride. But no, Tomlin makes the decision to go with Russell Wilson and is rewarded for it. The Steelers put up their most points of the year against the Jets on Sunday Night Football, 37 of them, a week after scoring 32 against the Raiders. Very different quality of defenses between the Raiders and the Jets, Stricky. Russell Wilson looked good, looked like he got the most out of a guy like George Pickens. And we spent a lot of last year saying, has Russ lost his touch? Obviously in football, but also with the locker room, right? The weird stretching in the aisle on the plane for Denver, the needing his own office and parking spot and whatever. It was kind of weird. But I think maybe you're starting to see the difference between an experienced veteran NFL quarterback who walks in the room confident in what his abilities are, knowing who he is and what he can do, versus a guy like Justin Fields, who has been playing better and has every reason to be confident, but is still, I think, trying to find himself and find his voice at the NFL level, unlike Russell Wilson.
Okay. That's understandable. And I've got to say, personally, I like how he's handled it. For me, it's even more than just the Russell Wilson story. It's a great story of success at the highest levels, fall from grace, having to deal with adversity, harsh adversity, and then still staying, focused on the task and still wanting to become a better version of himself. And I'm hoping that it's not a one-off, and I really would hope for a great resurgence there for him. I love the fact that he has competition that forces him to be the best version of himself as well. That's my first topic, Pong.
All right, Stricky, let's go to the association, NBA, for topic number 2.
Are you hitting it back with a slice? Or are you hitting it back, with a spin? Or are you hitting it with a strong forehand?
Your boy, backhand only.
Backhand only. Okay.
Right. You got to have elite burst and short area quickness to get to the left side of the table with my backhand if you're going to play me right. I know that. I know the holes in my game. I cover up for him. Okay. But all backhand, typically slice. I can turn it over a little bit, though, some velocity. Okay. But yeah, I'll backhand it back over to you. All right. In the NBA, Los Angeles Clippers and Phoenix Suns. We'll talk more about the NBA in a little bit. But Stricky, making the rounds on Twitter yesterday was a picture from a Clippers fan going to the game of the brand new Intuit Dome that cost $2 billion of Steve Ballmer's money to build. This fan pulls up to Intuit Dome, ready to see the Clippers take on the Phoenix Suns on opening night, only to have to pay $70 for
just
parking.
Park.
$70 to park.
This is in Cali.
This is, even if it's in Cali.
This is super inflation.
I don't care if it's in Cali. I don't care if it's super inflation.
You got to pay the Cali tax.
It's tricky. That is above and beyond. That is above and beyond. Like,
that's
how does the NBA expect to have any fans?
That's why I don't go.
Making them pay $70
just
for
park.
parking. Yeah, for 2.5 hours.
And you're paying $70 for you went on a date. You set for her and yours. That's hot dog and maybe a beer. That ain't even wine. That ain't even a drink with some speciality on it. No, that's just a hot dog and some. I ain't gonna give a brand. Put a brew.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's 70 hot there. So you done already spent. Not to speak about what you paid for the seats.
Yeah,
and I'm not
at a brand new stadium
up in the
51st row of the wall, the nosebleed. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that part. Wow.
You and I think, are both on the same page.
We're on the same page. That's wild.
You don't want to tell teams what they can and can't do. But if you're the league, I would very strongly suggest to Steve Ballmer and the Clippers that they take a look at this. Right? Like, the Lakers are, Showtime, glitz and glamour, celebrity row. And I know the Clippers now have the richer owner, right, in Steve Ballmer. But aren't the Clippers supposed to be the everyman team, the plucky little underdog? $70 for parking? Yeah, you got bills to pay, but so do all these other people. How do you expect to grow the game in your fan base if you charge $70 for parking?
on top of that, I don't think you even have the type of product to put out there to even warrant that type. Like you said, I may feel the way I feel about the Lakers, but like you said, it's definitely a little bit more glitzy. It's a little bit more glamour. It's a little bit more Hollywoody. But yeah, that's extreme, my boy.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
All right, Stricky, what you got?
All right, so I'm gonna throw this at you because this is your boy.
Oh boy, is it actually my boy?
He's your boy. So the Colts are winning with Anthony Richardson. You believe that?
The Colts have won the last game they played with Anthony Richardson.
Okay, so then the question comes, can he continue the way that he's playing and the way that they've been winning? Can he continue even if he doesn't play better? Can they continue to put W's on? Or is it just the matter of who they've played, what's ahead of them? Like, do you believe with the way that he's playing that they actually can continue to pull off wins?
The Colts haven't been
10 for 24,
blown out.
129 on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's come on, somebody.
Started 5 of 18, finished 5 of 6. Okay, so you kind of got a tale of two halves, tale of two Anthony Richardsons. The Colts this year, Strick, have lost by 2, by 6, and by 3 points. The Colts have won this year by 5, by 3, and by 3 points. And then by 6 points against the Dolphins last week as well. Here's the upcoming schedule, Stricky.
Talk to me.
Go to Houston to take on the Texans. Go to Minneapolis to take on the Vikings. Host the Bills. Go to the Jets. Host the Lions. It's a problem. No.
Excellent.
The Colts are not going to continue to win if Anthony Richardson's playing the way he is. He has a turnover per game.
Yeah.
The one against Miami was just weird. Just dropped a shotgun snap and it was over for him. That was that. But they shouldn't bench him for Joe Flacco. This is a year of growth. This is a year of figure out who he is, figure out what he has. And Stricky, this dude started like 25 games across college in the NFL in his, last couple of years at Florida and then his first year and change in the NFL. The way he's going to get better is through reps.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts knew, or at least should have known, what they were taking on when they drafted Anthony Richardson. Colts fans especially. Are you pleased with what you're getting from Anthony Richardson right now? No, you're really not. He is a wildly inefficient passer. There are so many consistency issues to work through. But you knew that was coming, right? It's not about this year for the Colts. And I get it. It's the NFL. You only get so many cracks. You don't have the same team next year. But it isn't about this year for the Colts. It might be about next year if everything goes well. Really, for me, the window is year 4 for Anthony Richardson, because then think about that. Year 4, Strick, that's when you have to make a decision on the contract. It would be so painful for the Colts to pay Anthony Richardson max money to put up the same numbers he's putting up now. You have the rest of this year and next year to launch him into a platform year to figure out if you're going to pick up that option and if he's going to be worth the big chunk of your salary cap. Potential is one thing, results are another. No, I don't think the Colts can keep it up the way that they're playing, but I just want to see progress from him, right? I want to see steps in the right direction. I want to see more consistent footwork. I want to see him not miss open guys. I want to see him either put his shoulder down and run guys over or get out of bounds as a runner, right? The Colts are going to use him as a runner. That's going to be how they're most successful with him, is by leveraging that threat, but he can't be indecisive. Like any pro athlete, that's when he gets in trouble, when he gets caught in between.
I'm not going to ask this question as a question, but do you have a vision of potentially him being another RG3? Hopefully with no injury.
What if I told you I want him to turn into Jaden Daniels?
Okay.
How about that?
We don't have to delve into
How about that?
Quick question before you go to your last one. Which game are you watching tonight if you have a choice? San Antonio, Dallas, or OKC, Denver?
Ooh. San Antonio, Dallas. Okay. Interstate matchup. A lot of history in that one. Wemby versus Luka. Hard to miss. But then you get the Thunder Are they going to live up to expectations? Is Shea MVP? Is Jokic MVP? So I still think center is kind of the hole in the Thunder's roster. Hartenstein's there. He's good. He's not stopping Jokic. Oh, Stricky.
402-464-5685. Who are you watching? 402-464-5685. Are you watching Dallas Mavericks? Spurs, if you have a choice without the multi-screen, which game are you really putting your eyes on?
Okay. TV gets Spurs Mavs. Laptop gets Thunder Nuggets.
He's going to figure a way to weasel out of that one. Okay, go ahead. Pong it.
Okay.
And
I'm not watching Shenmue.
I'm hitting it back. I'm hitting it back with straight top spin, trying to hit a corner somewhere.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to go.
USA Today's coaches poll released in women's basketball. Husker ladies check in at number 23. Stricky, who has more pressure this year, Amy Williams or Britt Prince?
I'm actually going to say Amy. And the reason I'm going to say Amy is you've built a team that has the capability of winning a certain amount of games. You've built a team that can get you there, but can't get you over the hump. You've got to show that you have the capability to not be so complacent at just being okay, being there, but being able to take the next step. And that's where your recruiting has to take place. So for me, I've got to say, I think Amy has probably, because, they've definitely extended her.
Yep.
You're not
$950,000 next season, extended through 28-29.
You're not going to want to see any regressions. That's one you don't want to, you don't want to definitely have to do a buyouts for at any point in that contract. You want it to definitely play itself out. Because let's be honest, I mean, good women's coaches are hard to find. It is. It's a tough sport because you don't have as much parity within the sport. So,
right.
Finding a good one, it's a difficult search. So that's why I say that. Shout out to Jeremy Henson, Spurs Mavs. I think I might be with you. See what's up.
Stricky's about it.
Represent.
Over under 3.5.
For who?
Wemby blocks on Luka.
On Luka himself?
On Luka himself.
Under. He might get one.
Hammer the oven. Okay.
Yeah, he might get one. Now, he might get more than 3 blocks, period.
Oh, here we go. Bigger total at the end of the night. Victor Wembanyama blocks or Klay Thompson made threes?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Klay Thompson finds his way.
Okay.
I'm going to say Klay Thompson finds his way.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to surprise some people.
More Chris Paul assists to Victor Wembanyama or Luka Doncic assists to Klay Thompson?
Chris Paul.
To Wemby.
Chris Paul to Wemby, no question. And I still think that was a great move for them because they didn't have a point guard last year.
No.
It was a hodgepodge of just trying to topic pong it together. They were just trying to throw it together and hope that they were able to make it work, and it didn't.
No.
So to go out and get him to mentor, to help whoever they're able to bring in, you probably going to want to draft someone that can come in and be next. I got to look at their roster from top to bottom. I don't think there's anybody there for me that makes you feel comfortable about where they're going.
Spurs roster. Let's do this numerically if it loads. Keldon Johnson, Wemby, Chris Paul, Stephon Castle, Jeremy Sohan, Blake Wesley, Malachi Branham, Zach Collins, Devin Vassell, Sidi Sissoko, Riley Minix, Charles Bassey, David Duke Jr., Julian Champagny, Trey Jones, Harrison Barnes, Sandro Mamukelashvili, and Harrison Ingram.
Yeah, no. I don't see anything that, not unless somebody emerges.
Hey, last Spurs question for you. Brett Brown's an assistant at San Antonio. Is he the heir apparent to Pop?
Maybe. I can't really dig into that. I need to look more into him and see, but possible.
He's coached with Pop for a while. Went on to coach the Sixers.
See, that's the thing. Pop has a huge tree. He's got a huge tree, man. Some have failed. I mean, you got, Jack Vaughn was with him for a while. No, Brown didn't come out of his tree. He's got a huge tree. Who
Ime?
Ime, and he's doing wonders for.
Would he leave Houston to go to San Antonio?
I don't know if they would bring him. San Antonio is one of those highly ethical, highly, you see how they do business. They're very astute in how they do business. Even though time has passed, maybe enough time passes. I think Houston's probably a better fit for him. I think probably he would want to stay in Houston and do it on his own. Mm-hmm. You don't. For me, I wouldn't want. And this is probably why I went to Nebraska. I had a mentality of I don't want to go somewhere where they've already established something, where they've already just had, like, I wanted to go and build it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to play against Michigan because they were talking about them being the Fab Five. Shoot, we feel like we got something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And,
were you a long shorts or a short shorts guy?
Middle
Yeah.
ground. They were kind of half long, but not over my knees like that. I didn't like those because
they're in the way.
Yeah, they got in the way.
I feel.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Good stuff.
You hit that topspin in the corner right past me, Stricky.
I did.
Point Stricky.
Jeremy Hansen, shout out to what it is. You gotta give my guys. Gotta give my guys that. Yeah, he knows what's up. Topic Pong. What's next?
Magic Bird? Is it the same as Judge Ohtani? Major League Baseball trying to prop that rivalry up. We'll talk about that. How realistic is it when we get back?
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and proud to be involved in our community. Property tax relief is important to every family. Last year, I voted for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history, and I will continue to advocate for property tax relief. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th, paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of healthcare, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th, paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. As you gear up for game day this season, don't forget the MVP in your life. Whether it's a ruby bracelet to show off her team spirit or a timeless Heartland diamond that shines from across the room, we've got the perfect play. Our experts at Sartor Heyman are here to help you make the winning move. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 78. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a continued breeze with a low around 46. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return with a high around 65. I'm meteorologist Kyle Buck from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tanner's Bar and Grill is the best place in Lincoln for a casual get-together, best place to watch a game, and the best for pre- and post-game. Catch college and NFL football as well as the volleyball action this season at Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. What's better than wings, cold beer, and a Husker win? Enjoy great food and drink specials every day and tons of TVs to catch all the action. Tanner's Bar and Grill, 30th and Yankee Hill.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116. Hey guys, it's Austin with 93.7 The Ticket. This week, we take you out to Los Angeles for Thursday Night Football for a matchup between the Rams and Minnesota Vikings with kickoff at 7:15 p.m. The injury-depleted Rams get to stay home after earning their second win of the season, a 20-15 decision over the Raiders, while the Vikings suffered their first defeat of the year at the hands of the Detroit Lions, a 31-29 loss in Minneapolis. Catch Thursday's game and all the biggest NFL games right here on Lincoln's home for the NFL, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown Shoe Fit. Now, through October 31st, take $15 off any regular priced fall shoe and boots. Brands like Keen, Obos, Echo, Taos, and Atrex, all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale that you've all been waiting for. So get down to Brown Shoe Fit on 66th and Q. This October, the Bonsall Spooktacular 10 event is back with spooktacular savings all month long. Stop by anytime in October to discover incredible deals, including hot tubs as low as $5,995. That's up to 20% off MSRP. Plus, enjoy 10% off infrared and traditional saunas. Don't miss out on these hauntingly good offers. Visit Bonsall Pool and Spa today. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better at 33rd and Pioneers.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Urology Partners of Nebraska is Lincoln's newest full-service urology group. Urology Partners uses state-of-the-art treatment options for both men and women, including some exciting treatments new to our community that help you get back to your confident and active lifestyle. The team at Urology Partners is dedicated to quickly and effectively restoring your health, with new patients typically seen in clinic within 48 hours. Whether you have questions about your prostate, incontinence issues, kidney stones, or erectile dysfunction, their team has you covered. Call Urology Partners today to schedule an appointment.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block, proudly brought to you by Nebco. Their operations span the state of Nebraska and supply the construction industry with the materials needed to construct buildings, streets, and highways. They've been doing that since 1908. They're a fourth-generation family-owned and operated business with over 1,200 employees in 26 companies throughout Nebraska. Check them out at nebcoinc.com. Stricky, tomorrow, we get the World Series. How about that? We get Dodgers and Yankees. Dodgers end up winning the quietest 98-win season I think I've ever seen. All the injuries the Dodgers went through carried by that lineup. Then, of course, you look at the Yankees carried by the two guys that hit second and third in their lineup, Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. But, Strick, I saw this headline on The Athletic, and they got me. I fell for it. I fell for the clickbait. One of the writers said, Major League Baseball needs its own Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. Why this World Series could be the start of that give-and-take relationship between Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge. You buying? You rolling?
One to think about, again, I think this matchup gives you the ability to look at the matchup in multiple ways. One, it is a matchup of iconic not programs, but
brands, teams. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Franchises.
They faced each other, I want to say 12 times. 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got that part, right? And again, what is the one thing that I've talked about for the NBA? I think they need to get back to team rivalries, right? So the fact that these iconic brands from iconic cities, one on the farthest of the East and one on the West, and they're now facing off. Now you add in the dynamic of the matchup, because you got two people. One, you've got Judge that's saying he admires and he thinks that Ohtani's the best in the game. Very humble stance. That's not a stance that probably you would take in football, or if you took in, you know what I mean? But we've always known baseball to be the gentleman's sport, right? It's a sport that, you know, the people could feel that they could just go and relax and have a great day. I love the things that they've done with the sport. They've, you know, adding the clock and speeding up the game and trying to do and tweak with different ways with the batting. You know, pitching is, you know, gotten a little out of hand. They probably need to rein that in a little bit. Just everybody's going for velocity. Saw an interview with Ken Griffey Jr. He was talking about everybody's talking about launch angles and all of this, and he's like, well, let's just deal with striking out. You know, let's work in, you know, cats are striking out 200 some plus times. And back in the day for us, I mean, if you struck out that, you're going back to the minor leagues. I mean, so you've got that dynamic going, but he admires them. I mean, the fact that he's able to have done what no other MLB player has done, you've got that working for you, and Ohtani going 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got Judge, who has 58 home runs, Ohtani, who has 54. Now, what I would be doing is I'd be marketing not the record number, but you know, in a similar way that they did with Sammy Sosa and McGuire. Like you've got that dynamic working. You know what I'm saying? So I would be working in these little images of the past with the home runs and then the matchups, and then tying them into some of the greatest matchups of other sports, you know, with quarterback matchups, team matchups, you know, Bird Magic. I would be throwing in other sports to tie in the link, just to make it exceptional in that manner, because I'm hoping that it does perform and gives you that 6-7 game, you know, just burst of like excitement within you to watch, you know, as the buildup goes. I mean, we'll see where it goes from there.
Shohei, I think, pretty clearly is magic in this comparison, changing the game the way he's doing it. The reason that I think I can't buy into Judge and Ohtani as Bird and Magic, Strick, is because of the era of baseball that we're playing in, right? I have so much more trust in the Dodgers to make it to the NLCS again next year than I do the Yankees, right? The Yankees should be, you know, like the Dodgers, right? Run a great farm system, win a lot of regular season games, consistently make deep runs, right? And the Dodgers only have that one title to show for it in a long time, right? 2020, you call the Mickey Mouse, you know, Disney championship as well. Kind of like the Lakers won. Good year for LA there. But they at least got it done. Yankees haven't won since 2009. That's a long time ago. And it's just so hard to manufacture these sorts of rivalries in baseball, especially when Ohtani's not on the mound, right? If Ohtani was pitching to Judge, sure, they're actually facing each other. But like Magic and Bird would guard each other. That's why I don't want baseball to get caught up in, like you're saying, Magic versus Bird, because we won't actually see Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge face off unless Ohtani hits a fly ball to center field.
Well, I hear, and I like what you're saying. I think that's good. I don't want to miss the matchup, because you could just look at the numbers, and there's a matchup on the numbers, because then you can play it to how and who does enough of what by ways of, if you look at the matchups. I mean, just look at what you got with Aaron Judge. You've got an average of 322. You've got an average for Shohei at 310. 58 homers for Judge, 54 for Ohtani. 144 RBIs for Judge, 130 for Ohtani. OPS at 1.159 and then 1.036. You got hits though at 197 for Ohtani, and then 180 for Judge. Stolen bases now. So now you're starting to get, and where you're seeing some differentiate, some different, metrics as far as that. 59 for him, 10 for Judge. What do you call it? F4?
Yeah, Fangraphs wins above replacement.
Okay. 11.1 for Judge, 9.1 for Ohtani, and then OPS plus 223 for Judge.
Woo!
So you're seeing that the matchup favors Judge. So how strategically is the Dodgers going to play? How are they going to use Ohtani and they're like a Mookie Betts and all of those guys? How are they going to use it in order to magnify what Ohtani's able to do, to put him in a category to where he's able to thrive? And so I see the matchup from that perspective and not necessarily from the direct matchup that you can get from the pitching and so forth.
Right. How does each team magnify their star even more?
Yeah.
For the Yankees, the way that they've chosen to do that, Strick, is by surrounding him with a guy that's going to get at least $500 million, if not $600 million in free agency in Juan Soto. That's how the Yankees have highlighted Aaron Judge. Put one of the game's best at getting on base in front of him and say, go to work, Aaron Judge, right? You're going to see some pitches, right? Because Juan Soto is on base in front of you. What they need to do is get someone behind Aaron Judge in that lineup, right? Anthony Rizzo doesn't scare me. Austin Wells doesn't scare me. What the Dodgers do to highlight Shohei is he was hitting in the 2-hole before Mookie Betts went down. What they did was they flip-flopped him. Even when Mookie came back, Shohei stayed in the leadoff spot. You're still scared of Mookie Betts' bat. And then behind him, you got Freddie Freeman. And then later down, you got Teoscar Hernandez, who won the home run derby. And then Will Smith, who's one of the best offensive catchers in baseball this year.
Pause. Why does that make sense to keep Ohtani there?
Because he can run.
Dude, he
gets
run.
on base.
He's dangerous.
He can run.
You can't avoid him.
No.
So and what do most pitchers do is they try to get into a rhythm. So they're going to try to throw fastballs to get ahead of the count. But that could be danger if you face Ohtani. So it makes you think. I love it. Go ahead. Continue.
That's the similarity in the difference is that the Dodgers have up and down their lineup stars at the plate. OPS pluses from the Dodgers' most used players, 116, 143, 101, 113, 141, 137, 102, 93, and then 190 for Ohtani. That is an absolutely stacked lineup. And not to say the Yankees lineup is bad by any means, but to have only one player that's not a league average hitter in your starting lineup is actually sickening. That's what the Dodgers have done all year is win on offense. Vice versa for the Yankees, 103, 81, 101, 86, 87, 83, 223, 178, Judge and Soto, and then 115 for Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton's the X factor for me in this series, Strick. If he can lengthen that lineup, Yankees can keep pace with the Dodgers. If not, I've got Dodgers in 6. Even if they're not pitching it well, I see plenty of runs this series, and I just trust the Dodgers' longer lineup a little bit more.
There it is.
But I would still root for the Celtics over the Lakers. So
you would, I bet.
I would.
That's good. I'm hoping because I gotta say I think baseball needed this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Especially after last year.
Yeah. I think they needed this. I think this is something that's needed. Now it's a matter of what they're going to show and prove, but they needed something like this, no doubt.
1809 on the text line says this should be a pretty awesome series, even for casual baseball fans. Yeah, there's going to be fireworks. You're not going to miss it. I'm pissed. The Royals deserve to be here. They were cheated out of it, but that's okay. That's a story for a different time. New York, the umps, they bit the Royals. Big market bias, Stricky.
Yeah,
it's real.
It happens. It's real.
And the offense just forgot how to swing the bat.
Well,
that's
I showed you. I showed you how real it was when if you just go back and watch the tape on the New York Liberty over the Minnesota Lynx. Just, I don't know.
You
I'm not saying
you were saying
it's alleged.
You weren't saying. You were just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah. Hey, you ready for shootout?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Go back there and get the Mario hat, man.
I thought you were bringing the belt. You got 2 in a row.
Oh, yeah. I need to go get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming back with it.
We'll take a break. Strick, you'll bring the belt. 402-464-5685. 4 questions for Strick, then 4 for you. If you beat him, you get $30 to our friends at Buffalo Wings and Rings. That's how we'll wrap up Hour 1 of On the Block.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Lincoln Stars salute some of our country's bravest workers with First Responders Night, Friday, October 25th, when the Stars host the Tri-City Storm at 7:05 p.m. All policemen, firemen, and paramedics can get $5 tickets to that evening's game. Make sure to stop by our concession stand for a walking taco food special all game long. To get your discounted tickets, please email christian@lincolnstars.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Urology Partners of Nebraska is Lincoln's newest full-service urology group. Urology Partners uses state-of-the-art treatment options for both men and women, including some exciting treatments new to our community that help you get back to your confident and active lifestyle. The team at Urology Partners is dedicated to quickly and effectively restoring your health, with new patients typically seen in clinic within 48 hours. Whether you have questions about your prostate, incontinence issues, kidney stones, or erectile dysfunction, their team has you covered. Call Urology Partners today to schedule an appointment.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
The Rabbit Hole Bakery, located at 8th and Q in the Haymarket, is the ideal place for fresh breakfast items or desserts made daily. Cream puffs, cinnamon rolls, carrot cake, sweet potato, pecan cookies, brownies, blondies. Do I need to keep going? What about bread pudding with homemade bourbon caramel sauce? Stop by the Rabbit Hole Bakery at 8th and Q in the Haymarket today to satisfy your cravings. And if you're looking for larger group orders, they do that too. Order ahead on their website at therabbitholebakery.com today.
Nebraska's public schools are key in developing the workforce and fostering community development. They prepare students for successful careers in every Nebraska industry and to serve as our future community and business leaders. Our public schools educate 90% of students in Nebraska. They connect students with the businesses and civic organizations that make our communities thrive. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey guys, it's Austin with 93.7 The Ticket. This week, we take you out to Los Angeles for Thursday Night Football for a matchup between the Rams and Minnesota Vikings with kickoff at 7:15 p.m. The injury-depleted Rams get to stay home after earning their second win of the season, a 20-15 decision over the Raiders, while the Vikings suffered their first defeat of the year at the hands of the Detroit Lions, a 31-29 loss in Minneapolis. Catch Thursday's game and all the biggest NFL games right here on Lincoln's home for the NFL, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
The spitting incident.
Oh, the spitting incident.
How bad was that? And do he deserve to miss more games?
I think it's despicable to spit on another human
lucky
being.
this guy had a shield on his face. What happened? The guy from Oregon, the receiver.
Yeah, receiver.
Spit in the guy's face from Ohio State. Why did he do that?
Man, you don't spit on a
Back
guy.
and forth.
You don't spit on a guy. I would never do that. Again. I said again.
I was going to ask you about that from one spitter to another spitter.
No, come on, guys. Listen, guys.
Years ago.
27 years ago.
Yeah.
Guys. Don't hold that against me.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game.
What you got there, champ?
You know what it is. You see it. You see what's going on.
You gonna be handing that over after the?
I don't care what you think. Can you smell what the Strick is cooking? Get in here and get
Do the eyebrow thing. Rock did it better. Sorry, Stricky. Rock did that one better.
Let's go. I didn't get the Mario hat.
Before we
You know why I didn't do it. I didn't want to run them away like they did yesterday.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. Before we get to the shootout, Ellie, you made it through your second Tootsie Pop. First of all, what flavor was this one?
The same one as last
You went
time.
black cherry again?
Yep.
Okay.
Who won the overall?
Wait. Rico set the line at 74.5.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How many licks did it take you to get to the center of your mini Tootsie Pop?
315.
Rico's apoplectic.
I wish somebody
He's
would have.
apoplectic.
Rico is this.
I wish somebody would have paid attention to me.
Rico's answer was short, just like
the juggernaut.
Would you recommend?
I nullify those words right now. I nullify those words to me. Stricky is victorious today.
We'll see about that.
Don't whisper about it. Talk about it. Get on the mic.
Ellie, would you recommend people take their time and get through a Tootsie Pop, or just eat it like normal?
Eat it like normal. I wish somebody
Too
would
much
have been
work for
over
the
here
reward.
to look over.
Oh, we have a
Like-
statement from Rico on mic 5, if we could.
Doggone it.
First off, I just threw a number out there. I wasn't even.
A
I
bad
just said
number, Rico.
74. It's just
It's
a
a
number
bad
that I threw out
number,
there. Second, I'm about to hang up on this caller, come in here and beat you in this game.
Come get this.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You don't know.
We got Ben
No.
on our Honda of Lincoln hotline. Ben, how are you?
I'm ready to go.
Good deal. How many times have you had a Tootsie Pop in your life?
I haven't had one in the last 20 years, probably.
Whoa.
Hard to say.
Hey, how about
I think
this?
we need to change that.
If or when you beat Strick, we'll include a Tootsie Pop with your $30 to Wings and Rings. How's that sound?
That sounds like a plan.
All right, Ben, hold on the line. We'll get Strick his questions, and then we'll get to you. Stricky, Your round of the shootout.
He's going first today.
No, you go first. You always go first. Your round of the shootout, Stricky, starts in 3, 2, and 1. He recorded the most assists on opening night in the NBA. Steph Curry or Trae Young?
Steph.
It was Trae. He blocked the most shots on opening night. Walker Kessler or Brooke Lopez?
Kessler.
It was Lopez. They scored the most points on opening night. Golden State or Cleveland?
Cleveland.
It was Golden State. And they won the only opening night game to go to overtime. They won the only opening night game to go to overtime.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lakers.
No, but it did happen in LA. The Suns beat the Clippers in overtime. That's a big fat zero on the board.
Freaking, I
It's a
knew
big fat
it.
zero.
You dummy.
Ooh. All right, Ben. You just need
Rico
one
can never come in here
point.
again.
You just got to get one right, Ben. You ready?
I hope so.
All right, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He scored the most points on opening night in the NBA. Jason Tatum or LaMelo Ball?
First guy.
It was Tatum. He recorded the most rebounds on opening night. Alperen Şengün or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
The second one.
It was Şengün. They scored the fewest points on opening night. Miami or Minnesota?
You're Minnesota.
Miami or Minnesota?
10, 9,
Oh.
7, 6.
Let's say Minnesota.
It was Miami, and we don't even need to get you the last question. A 1-point round wins the game for Ben. Stricky hangs his head in shame. That belt is going to Ben. Ben, congratulations. You get your $30 to Wings and Rings, and heck, you get a Tootsie Pop too when you come in to pick it up.
I appreciate that.
Hey, perfect, Ben. Hold on the line. Rico will get your information once you're done dancing on Stricky's
Rico
grave.
can't do anything concerning us. He's a freaking jinx. You let him come in here and do it too.
I didn't let him. He's the one that opened the door.
Freaking jinxie.
That was
You're
not good,
freaking-
Stricky.
No wonder you're the juggernaut. You freaking.
Rico's Fortnite dancing on you. He's Fortnite dancing on you. You gonna take this?
He put hoodoo on the mic or something. Yeah, I know you did. I saw him come in here and sprinkle something when I went to go get my belt. Freaking Rico.
All right. Stricky, compose yourself. Let's get regained. Let's move on to hour 2 of the show, where we'll talk some Husker football, hear from Matt Rhule, what he had to say today before the Huskers take off for the land of the Buckeyes. 402-464-5685 with your Huskers Buckeyes thoughts. That's what we get to in hour 2 of On the Block. Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
On the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of health care, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th, paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
This show's pretty rockin', huh?
Yeah, I'm so glad my State Farm agent helped me go.
Huh?
My State Farm agent. They help me with options to personalize my auto insurance to get a great rate that fits my budget, so I don't have to give up the things I love.
Wow. Hey, so do you think I could get your State Farm agent's number?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown Shoe Fit. Now, through October 31st, take $15 off any regular priced fall shoe and boots. Brands like Keen, Obos, Echo, Taos, and Atrex, all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale that you've all been waiting for. So get down to Brown Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did 0% with roof credit.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone. These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with Limitless Male. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Our Nebraska public school teachers make a difference in our communities. I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents to support learning and growth. Our kids do better, community pride grows, Nebraska thrives. Our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
This October, the Bonsall Spooktacular 10 event is back with spooktacular savings all month long. Stop by anytime in October to discover incredible deals, including hot tubs as low as $5,995. That's up to 20% off MSRP. Plus, enjoy 10% off infrared and traditional saunas. Don't miss out on these hauntingly good offers. Visit Bonsall Pool and Spa today. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better at 33rd and Pioneers.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three. And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Stricky's hungover and we haven't even drank yet.
I need a drink.
That's a problem, Stricky. Hey, you can't let this loss beat you twice.
I need Kevin Meyer.
We gave you a break to get your mind right. We gave you halftime.
Right.
You're gonna have to wait.
No bueno.
We're at the we're essentially right now, Stricky. We're at the U8. You got 2 more game segments to make it through, my guy.
Dion,
can you pull it together?
No, it's Rico that's raging because he's a freaking jinx, and I saw him sprinkle the dust all on my mic. He did it. I blame it on Rico.
Riley W. Strick, come on, dog.
Why is he on your team now?
Phil.
Okay, I'm going to be good.
Hey, Stricky, have some patience and grace with Rico. After all, he is a Knicks fan.
You guys are, you're tearing up my heart.
Hey, David from the top rope. Stricky, I was 3 out of 4 on your questions. Do better, my brother.
Wow.
David, call in. Play the game sometime.
Wow.
Into the mic, Ellie. You have a mic. Use your platform. Come on, you're part of the show.
I was too. Every time that you do it, Strick. No, every time that you do it, you're so focused on you try and get the thing. Guess what? I'm over here trying to help you. And I'm like, hey, it's this. And I'm not capping. I'm looking right at you.
The only one wearing a cap right now is the man throwing it. Gorilla Bear says, I don't know what's going on, but we're Team Stricky always.
My man.
Gorilla Bear.
Gorilla Bear. We gotta meet we gotta meet some of the great listeners for On the Block sometime. Man, we need to just maybe do an event where, you come down and hang out with us and tap in on Thirsty Thursday. We'll get Uncle Kev to bring some extras and you guys get to tap in.
What we need is an On the Block party. We need to do a show from outside.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
Before it gets cold, my boy. I can't do it.
Or
I can't do it next spring. We're gonna plan that for next spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make a day of it. We'll make an event of it. Let's do the show out on our patio.
Yeah, we'll get Nick and them to take care of it.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody like, Mary Owens to give us a little, something or somebody.
I think there's 2 ways to do it. Number one, get some of our incredible sponsors to come through, or do it potluck style.
Ooh,
you want your ticket to the On the Block party? Bring a dish. Bring a side dish.
I was excited about yesterday. But Sway's, man, I was looking forward to tapping in on the snickerdoodles.
Yeah.
And Sway's
where they at,
broke out on me. I was like, Sway's, where the snickerdoodle? I was looking for the macadamia nuts. Pause. Anyway, let's move on.
Hey, speaking of Sway's, he was hype about that Kennesaw State Liberty game last night, Stricky. Winless Kennesaw takes down undefeated Liberty.
Wow.
Woo!
That goes to show you must play the game. And this is all we're really talking about for Nebraska. It's just like, it's like one of the things, and I'm sorry to get back on this tangent of Nebraska football, but because a couple days it's either going to be show approved for me. And my thing is, how are you going to have a whole week off? Like, I wish in basketball, like, we had, when we had our all-star breaks and stuff, like, man, that was, we never came back, but it's professional, so you got to do a job. But we came back revived and ready to go and looking forward to the downhill, headed towards the playoffs and making a run and all this stuff, man. How do you get out on that field after you've had a week off, a whole week to prepare, and that team came
look like that.
And look like that? Like, look like you didn't even want to be there. Like, look like, why are we here right now? Look like you were wore out from the week before after, getting ground and pound from offense, running the ball just any way they wanted to. And they still did that. And they had their way. that still blows my mind to this day. Like I that's one of the things I will never be able to understand is like you have a week off, you're making NILs, all this stuff you're getting, and you just show up and you act like you're not. Man, it's just another week. Stop it. You had all those things, those boxes you could have checked.
Mm-hmm.
Winning against a ranked team
on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Get bowl eligible. Nebraska 0-6 with a chance to clinch bowl eligibility right now under Matt Rhule.
And look, the frustration you're seeing is really just carryover from me taking this L I shouldn't have because of Rico. But yeah. And I'm not taking accountability.
Rico just has a way of getting under Stricky's skin. Don't let him get to you, champ, says Bill and Bennett.
Thank you, Bill.
He ain't the champ.
You
not
know
after
what?
that performance. Champs win. Champs win.
Hey.
Champs win.
We're going to get in the boxing ring. Me and Austin.
Oh, I'm too quick. You're not
gloves.
touching this. I'm too quick. You got some length on me, Stricky. You got some length. I'll give you that.
Ready. I know y'all would love to see that, boy. But I don't think Austin's wife would want to see that. I don't think little Beckett would want to sit at the ringside for that one.
Rico says, "Look at me, I'm the champ now."
Rico did not say that.
Mm-hmm.
Cap.
He just texted us. Check your phone.
Rico,
Either
stop
one
listening in. I know you trying
one of your
to
two phones.
Do your juggernaut, spitting the smoke in the people and making them not be able to see anymore. I know Rico. That's what Rico does.
Rico hasn't said this, but I can guarantee you he's typing it right now.
What's that?
Stricky, he says that was a Bellevue East performance. Bellevue East gets to claim you now. That's what he's saying.
I think we need to move on because it's not going to be a good rest of the show if we continue down this road. It's not going to be good. It is Thirsty Thursday. Kevin Meyer, get down here early. I know you're listening. I need you ASAP.
Kevin's going to have to play babysitter, sit between us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Nebraska, Indiana, not good. We're going to hear from Matt Rhule. Some of what he said after the game, some of what he had to say here today. First thing from Matt Rhule, did the loss against Indiana feel at all like the loss against Michigan last year? 56-7 against the Hoosiers, 45-7 against Michigan last year. Here's Matt Rhule. Did it feel similar in any way?
Yeah, I thought this was different than the Michigan game. This was just we sat there for the last 2 hours and watched the game, like the first half as a team, coaches, staff, and players. Which I like to do. I learned it from Coach Coughlin. It's like the Blue Angels or the Navy SEALs. They debrief after every mission and guys take ownership. But really, I just want them to see how it all fits together, right? Like, again, a bubble screen thrown to the left where you forget to block the safety that leads to 2nd and 10, that then leads to 4th and 8, which then leads to the ball in the 20. I just want them to see how interrelated they all are. Because when we're out there, sometimes we're like, what's happening? But it's just make the block. Like, just do your job. Like, just do your assignment. Like, and it's easy to talk about that a lot when you're 5-1 and you only trailed for 6 minutes in the whole season. But when you're getting your tail kicked, like we got our tail kicked, it's easy to go back and show them, well, okay, I know it was bad, but let's look at this. If we did this, if we did that, if we did this, if we did that, and hope that it grounds them and brings them back, right? And also pulls them away from, again, some of the narratives of we stink or this stink. Like, it's all interrelated. It's all interrelated. So, if you catch the kickoff and don't catch it at the 2, catch it, catch it at the, let the ball go out of bounds, get the ball. Imagine we let the ball go out of bounds, get it to 35, then we get 2 first downs like we did. Now the whole game's different. And so, I want them to see that. And I want them to also see, like, Indiana came out and challenged us. I don't know how well we challenged them. And so I'm taking that personally. Now you're facing the best team in the country, the best roster in the country, whatever they are, number 4, unbelievable team. If we spend the whole game playing Ohio State, looking at the scoreboard, hoping to win, we'll get our face beat in. If we go out there and challenge them, because we all think we're good football players and we want to play in the NFL, and their players are going to play in the NFL. So if you're an NFL player and I'm an NFL player, then I should compete with you. If I back down from you, then I'm not really an NFL player. So I want our guys to go out there and compete and see what happens. And then I want to come home and play UCLA and do the same thing and do it for 5 games. And we've been on a journey of a season. This was a real down point. See how we respond.
There's a lot there, Stricky.
Okay. Good start. Where you want to start?
Number one, do you like the focus on big picture that Matt Rhule wants his guys to see how everything is interconnected? Or is it time to get small picture, focus in on the details?
I think it should be a combination of both. I think you have to have them. Okay. The reason I say I think you need to stay out of the microcosm, I think you need to be in the moment and not so fixated on
past or future.
Yeah. Right. I do think you need to be. So that's why I think it needs to be a combination. But you also need to have a vision. You need to have, like for me, right? And I can explain it in this way. For me, as a young man, I had a vision that I was going to play in the NBA or the NFL. I didn't know which one it was. I knew that I was going to be in one of them. There was nothing that could tell me, only that my dad had a discussion with me where he sat me down and he said, because my grades were getting to the point where I knew that was the vision, but now I've got to stay in the moment. The moment for me, the vision was that. The moment for me was these grades got to get right, or there ain't going to be no. You feeling me?
Yeah.
So I'm using my story to kind of speak, because I can't speak for them, but I can kind of paint the picture for you. So the moment was changing these grades, sits me down, looks me in my face, says, what happens if you don't do this now and you tear an MCL, you do an Achilles, now remember, all of the stuff that we're talking about, the technology isn't the way it is now. So when you did an ACL or MCL, they had to cut you open. They didn't have the arthroscopes and the way to go in there and use them to make it minimally invasive. They went in.
And you're out a
these
year,
big old,
at
you
least,
know what I'm saying?
minimum.
Minimum, right? So what happens if that happened? That's the microcosm. So I can understand that Coach Rhule wants to show them vision and show big picture, but I also understand that he needs to deal. And I think when you deal in the microcosm of it, you deal with challenging individually, and I mean not only players but coaches. Like I'm trying right now. I'm looking at coaches, and I'm not even looking at the kids. I'm looking at coaches. I mean, young men. I'm looking at the coaches, and I'm holding them responsible at this point. Like, you are on the line. Like, get them right. You know the heart that I have. You know what we're trying to do. You know the big picture of what we're trying to accomplish. Now you need to get it right. Because I'm not going to walk through each room and
you should hire coaches to the point where you don't have to walk through every room.
That part. And so I get it from that standpoint.
Does Nebraska have a confidence issue? Here's Matt Rhule after Indiana.
No, but I do think, if I'm going to be completely honest, my battle since I've been here has been the here we go again, which is predates us. It's like, oh, here we go again. Whether it's just the constant narratives of tough losses, or, we were having some success early. The local narrative is always very much like, here's what they're not good at, right? So our kids are reading what they're not good at, and that's life. I'm not complaining about that. It's just you want to complain in Nebraska, like, you deal with it. So when things go wrong, we naturally, in that game, to me, kind of in some ways, it looked like sunk back into like, here we go again. And I'm not saying that I saw that. Okay, I didn't feel that during the game. I was competing to the end, but that's, as I talk to people, that's kind of what they said. I think it always comes down to just football. Like if you're supposed to be in the B gap, then be in the B gap. Like, don't go to the A gap. Like, touchdown hits because you're in the wrong gap. So whether that's confidence or whatever. But it's the first time we've been down, right? We've been up in every football game for pretty much most of the game, right? And then all of a sudden now we're down for one. So this is a great opportunity for our guys. It's like a gut check to say, like, hey, if every time we're down, we're going to talk about our confidence, then, like, man, we better start handing out participation trophies. Like, this is a game for men to go out and battle and fight. And you find out a lot about yourself when you get knocked down. We were knocked down in the second half. We were knocked down in that game. You come back, you don't point fingers. Like, I didn't think the guys threw their helmets or acted foolish. You took the loss. As bad as that loss felt, it's the same as losing 7-6. You're 5-2. Find the things you're good at, build off them, work on the things you're not good at, come back the next week and go compete. So all those other things like confidence and all that. I mean, I think those are. I was very direct with the team. Like, we're not going to make a bunch of excuses. Like, we just didn't play well enough. Go play better. Go coach better.
While we're listening to that, Strick, had a couple texts come in from 0064 on our text line. Who is the leader on the football team? Which guy does Nebraska have that could call a team meeting, no coaches, and say they got embarrassed last week, it's time to turn it around? Who is the alpha on the team that's saying this is not good enough?
And that's the thing. No one really can say for sure. No one can identify it. I would love to ask that in a crossover for Jay. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I haven't found anybody or thought of anybody at this point. You would hope that it would be like a Ty Robinson. You would hope that it would be, me, maybe even a Nash. You would hope. I don't know. I don't see it being Bullock. I don't know if Dylan is that yet. I think he will be that eventually. Definitely don't see it on the wide receiver core because they're soft as cottonelle right now. Is the way they're running routes, the way they're not winning, the way that I told you before how they weren't competing for some of those. Did you see George Pickens in his where he was going up and housing cats? I'm not seeing like he's going and getting it. You don't see ours doing that. You know what I mean? There's no way a defensive back should win a 50-50 ball against you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not seeing it there. Don't know if Fedoni has that in him. I'm just going down the list. None of the running backs can even, I can identify as that. Who? Tommy Hill? Not. I don't know. What you think?
I'm going to call on my beloved Kansas City Royals for this example. Strick, in 2013, the Royals finished above 500. They're a good team. Don't make the playoffs. 2014, they're so up and down. They're streaky. They're winning some games. They're losing a lot in a row, and their confidence is kind of shook. In 2014, the Royals went out and acquired Rhule Ibanez, who had been with the club before in the early 2000s. And while the team was on one of these losing streaks, this would have been, I don't know, like right before the All-Star break or right after the All-Star break, one of the two. He calls a team meeting and says, guys, I don't know why you're not confident in the box. I don't know why you're not confident on the mound. Every team in the league hates to play you. I've played against you guys for a few years. Y'all are obnoxious. Y'all are good players. Believe in yourselves. Rhule Ibanez didn't win a championship. Was only an all-star once. But it took that veteran leadership, that presence, to bring that team together, to spark that confidence that, oh, wait, we are good. What happens next? Royals earn the wild card berth, beat the Oakland Athletics in the greatest baseball game ever played, sweep through the ALDS, sweep through the ALCS, go to Game 7 of the World Series, win the World Series the next year. MJ Sherman should be that guy, but he's not. Strick, there's no one else on the roster with a championship pedigree who has been around a culture like MJ Sherman saw at Georgia to tell guys what success looks like. It's one thing if you want it to be Ty Robinson or Nash Hutmacher or John Bullock growing into his voice or a Deshaun Singleton or whatever.
Been in a winning culture. I feel you.
Bryce Benhart should be that guy potentially.
Yeah.
Ben Scott could be that guy, but Ben Scott didn't come from a winning program, right?
Who
Arizona
has?
State. That's the problem, right? It's one thing if you want it to be
maybe
Ty
Texas,
or Nat, maybe,
Nair?
but he was hurt, right? So
See?
he was at least
Yeah.
around there, but none of those guys have taken the reins. And I don't want to say it's punkish. I don't want to say it's disrespectful of the young guys to not listen to those guys. But Strick, when you hear upperclassmen, veteran leaders say one thing, and then you see another on film, and their actions don't match their words, it makes it hard to believe them, right? It shouldn't be all about production, right? In that Rhule Ibanez example, he was not exactly producing for the Kansas City Royals. In that 2014 season, he played in 30 games. He had 90 plate appearances, 80 at-bats. He had a whopping, 15 hits. Rhule Ibanez was not a good player. He's a veteran who was in, winning cultures before and set that message, right? So it shouldn't be all about stats for who you take your messages from. But at some point, if you're a freshman trying to find your way, you can know that the team looks up to Ty and Nash, but if they don't have the stats to back up their process to get ready, if they don't have the stats to say, hey, what I'm doing works, follow my example, I don't blame guys necessarily for not listening. They should, absolutely, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you want to see those results. And if you don't see results from the people who are trying to lead you, why would you want to follow that example?
Yeah, that's good. And so here's what you saw, right? You saw moments when you needed someone to do that. You needed someone to either do it by way of example, making a play or 2 or 3, or you needed someone to get in that huddle and grab everybody by the neck of their shoulder pads and shake them into life and bring something out to this. But what I saw, this is just body language of what I saw. I saw a bunch of looking around. I saw a bunch of looking like they were deer caught in headlights. And I'm talking about, this is before it really got even ugly. I just saw a bunch of just, hands on hips. Didn't look like there was you've got to learn in a winning culture how to play outside of the environment you're comfortable with, and that's at home.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one's going to give you the energy. No one's going to give you fire you up. All of the stuff that comes with being at home. You got spoiled. You were at home for so long that you got spoiled, and you didn't know how to really go on the road. You went on and faced the team. Now I'm talking about a team that's going to challenge you, like Coach said, a team that's going to look you in your face and say, "Yeah, we're about to smack you right now, and what are you going to do about it?" And you don't do anything about it.
Not a thing.
You know what I mean? You didn't even
take that.
And no didn't.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? That's what hurt me, I say. Because I've been in situations like that. It's not fun. It's not easy. But the one thing that I'm not going to do is when you look at that film or when you look at that sheet, you're not going to see a guy that's just going to, I just kind of just let have his way all the way to the end. So that's what I think was most disappointing.
Right. Someone on the text line says it's got to be Gifford to call that meeting. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be Isaac Gifford, right? That's another guy that's been around the program for a while. Where are the stats? Where's the production? Where's the consistency out of him, right? The guy.
I want you to finish that. But if that was Cooper DeJean,
it's a different story.
There you go. I just wanted to elaborate on what you were saying. Keep going.
Yeah. Nebraska's answer to Cooper DeJean would be Tommy Hill, but he missed time with injury, right? He's not out there. He's still coming into his own, right? I worry that there's a bunch of guys that begrudge Tommy Hill his success on the team, right? Tommy Hill, all the hype up, potential first-round draft pick, best player on the team, this and that. Tommy Hill's good. Tommy Hill's not great. Tommy Hill's not elite. Strick, what Nebraska needs is its first team All Big Ten player in a long time.
They need their Grant Wistrom.
They need someone.
They need their
be first team all conference. Say this process works. Buy in, dive in 100%. It worked for me. It can work for you too. That's the kind of player that Nebraska will listen to.
Even if it's a JJ Watt type.
Sure.
I don't care. Like someone that comes in and they just blow the doors off and there's nothing you can. We need that Indomitian Sue type.
Something. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's what we need. And we don't have it right now.
I'm with you.
So
Nebraska does have Dylan Rhule. Struggled a little bit. Got some numbers on him from Pro Football Focus. His turnover-worthy passing attempts versus his big play percentage. Where does that look like? What is Dylan Rhule doing with his decision-making with the football? And how can the Nebraska passing offense improve over the next 5 games? We'll talk about that when we get back here to On the Block. Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
The Rabbit Hole Bakery, located at 8th and Q in the Haymarket, is the ideal place for fresh breakfast items or desserts made daily. Cream puffs, cinnamon rolls, carrot cake, sweet potato pecan cookies, brownies, blondies. Do I need to keep going? What about bread pudding with homemade bourbon caramel sauce? Stop by the Rabbit Hole Bakery at 8th and Q in the Haymarket today to satisfy your cravings. And if you're looking for larger group orders, they do that too. Order ahead on their website at therabbitholebakery.com today.
This is State Senator Carolyn Bazin. Public safety is important in our community. I have a proven record of protecting public safety. I have prosecuted perpetrators of domestic violence, advocated for the rights of child abuse victims, held sexual predators accountable, and fought to keep drug traffickers off our streets. This is Senator Carolyn Bosden, and I will continue to fight to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bosden on November 5th. Paid for by Bosden for Legislature.
This October, the Bonsall Spooktacular 10 event is back with spooktacular savings all month long. Stop by anytime in October to discover incredible deals, including hot tubs as low as $5,995. That's up to 20% off MSRP. Plus, enjoy 10% off infrared and traditional saunas. Don't miss out on these hauntingly good offers. Visit Bonsall Pool and Spa today. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better at 33rd and Pioneers.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henrys at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as painting and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone. These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with Limitless Male. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Landmark Implement helps you put dirt in its place with increased accuracy and greater speed thanks to the John Deere Smart Grade. This fully integrated 3D grade control system boosts job site productivity and reduces labor costs with fewer passes and less wasted material, meaning more bids won and higher margins. No masts, no cables, just clear views of the job site. Visit your local Landmark Implement today and discover the profit-boosting power of the Smart Grade and experience the Landmark difference.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're still training Ellie.
We're still. It's a work in progress.
Math, Ellie. A little bit of math. You can do it. You can do it.
At this point, you should know when we're coming back. This is not.
You
I'm
know
not
what?
When you say
I
1
said 1
minute,
minute.
my
Okay, I know,
interpretation is we have a minute until we're back, not a
I
minute
know
till
that
the
we
end of the block.
Ellie, I need
I'm
you
not
to.
having a fight. I'm not fighting.
We're not
about
fighting.
this.
We're talking
No.
through this. We're getting on the same page. We're having honest conversations. This is what teams do.
I
It's
need
not
Ellie.
personal.
I need Ellie to say it how I say it, and if you can duplicate it, I'm gonna buy you coffee.
That's a coffee. That's a coffee. Nailed it.
No, not how many minutes.
That was a whisper.
No, hold on.
No, that was a whisper, bro. Ellie,
She got you, Stricky.
I'll get you
She
the
got
coffee
you.
anyway. That was a good effort.
Let's go to the text line here, 402-464-5685, brought to you by our friends at Starter Heyman Jewelers. Do you guys believe most of the fan base's anger stems from losing to a program with a lot less talent and by a coach who showed you can take a D2 talent and make them a 7-0 Big Ten team in 9 months or more due to the seemingly impossible hump our Nebraska Cornhuskers can't get over?
That part. Who's that?
1925.
Whoever you are,
Down
1925?
down in Strick's third home.
Yeah. Oh, in the D-Town?
Third home. Phoenix.
Oh, in the Phoenix. Listen, my guy.
I know you're liking Phoenix more.
He said, I might be making a transition to Phoenix. I'm looking at it. Right now it's kind of shaky, but I'm still looking.
Hey, Jordan. Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, my guy, Jordan. Yes, sir. You hit the mark. That's the way I feel because he basically, this goes to show you that good coaching, heart, and a will can beat talent that believes that they can just walk into the building and do whatever they want to do to you and not have to really make effort in doing so. Mm-hmm. That team, you can tell it's well coached. They work their tail off. They believe in each other and they got chips on their shoulders. Mm-hmm. Whereas some of these guys, he ain't making what I'm making. And I got 500,000. He ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? No, let me give you an example. It's probably the same way Gary Payton looked at me when I played him and I had 28 on him. He and remember when I told you the story, he said, oh yeah, my wife makes more than you. Yes, that's true. But you still got to see me on this floor, my guy. Mm-hmm. And I got a chip on my shoulder. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to buck break you. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's how it is. Sometimes these cats look down on you and they're like, oh yeah, this is an easy win. Oh, really? Why do you think Navy's the way they are? What makes Navy and Army different than everybody else?
Discipline.
That part. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there and let the ethosphere of the text line take over.
Wait. Did you just say ethosphere?
Yeah. The Strictionary.
Have you ever heard that word, Ellie?
It's part of the Strictionary. The ethosphere.
No, I think we need to look that one up.
This is Strictionary.
Ethosphere.
You're only going to find it in the Strictionary. You're not going to find it in any dictionary or any encyclopedia. It's the Strictionary.
Okay.
Can we get a definition?
The ethosphere is the ethosphere.
That's it.
Okay.
That's how it's defined in the Strictionary, I'm going to guess.
It's just the ethosphere.
Okay, here we go, Stricky. Brad says, who says Indiana is less talented? I mean, you look at every recruiting ranking, you look at even transfer portal rankings, but you can't take, again, those are opinions. Those
That's
aren't
an
facts.
opinion. Because there's a lot of guys that had no stars and came in and played basketball and came in and played football. It just because you can't see them don't mean that they're not there. But here's what they do have. They have a work ethic. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they may have started out 155 pounds soaking wet, and then all of a sudden they got into a weight program. They got stronger. They had determination. They worked their tail off. Their footwork was good. They had tangibles. They just didn't necessarily have they didn't get to all the 7-on-7, the travel squads, the AAU top of the line, EYBL team. They just wasn't there. That doesn't mean, look, no, he's not the same John Moran. I'm just going to use him as an example. But guys like him, guys like Dame Lillard, yeah, you didn't necessarily see them all in the big events and stuff like that. But guess what? They busting your tail. Pause. Let's go.
I want to ask you this. I want your answer. Then we'll ask the same question of Jay Foreman when he comes in for the crossover. Is Curt Cignetti building a program, or did he just build a team?
I think he's building a team. He took what he had. He got his coaches in order and in line. Everybody's on the same page. He told them, we're going to build a team. You can tell they're a unified group. They believe in each other. They sell out for each other. Some of those passes that were caught, those weren't great passes, but they sold out for him. Now, I've seen our guys throw some passes. I haven't seen everybody sell out for them.
But I guess the question is he building a team for this year, or do you think this is sustainable?
I think anytime you create are
you worried there's any Mel Tucker? Lightning in a bottle.
So his problem's going to be he's not going to be able to bring guys he knows. He's not going to be able to pull from places he knows. He may be able to do the same thing, but he's not going to jump in the transfer. The jump in the transfer portal and hope that you win model is not sustainable. The issue is going to be, how are they going to recruit? Do they have the NIL to bring it in? I think Indiana probably has pretty good NIL due to their basketball, and I don't know. We have to look that up.
Your boy.
You know what I mean? I think they probably do. But because their basketball NIL, if your basketball NIL is good, you probably got some availability for football. So it's going to be how they're going to be able to recruit. Now, is he going to stay away from the model of just chasing 5-star guys with attitudes? Or is he going to look for guys? That's what's going to be the key to the sustainable model. He's going to look for guys that he can take care of on the NIL side, but he knows that their work ethic is not going to be affected. He knows that their discipline is not going to be affected. So I think he may dig deeper. He may have deeper conversations. He may talk to parents a little bit different. But some are just like, okay, you got the 5-star. I'm just going to, throw the money at you and hope that it hits. Some people can get away with that. Top tier programs, Georgia's, but guess what? Why is there so much parity now?
Talent spread out.
It's spread out
a little bit.
But on top of that, guys are missing. And I think some of these guys are going, the guys that are finding people in the transfer portal that fit their culture, that fit that you don't have to worry about in classroom, and all these other things, because there's guys that have Kamani McLean, take him for example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Great talent. Can't stay anywhere. Ends up having to go walk on at Florida and still can't stay there. So I'm just saying, just throwing that out.
Let's ask that same question to Jay. Is Curt Cignetti building a program, or did he just build a team? We'll cross it over with Jay, get us set up, the three of us at least, for Thirsty Thursday right after this.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone. These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with limitless male. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as painting and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Our Nebraska public school teachers make a difference in our communities. I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents to support learning and growth. Our kids do better, community pride grows, Nebraska thrives. Our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back one final time here during On the Block. Austin, Strick, Jay in the middle, Ellie on the board. Jay, welcome in.
What's happening?
Need to publicly say thank you for helping us diagnose a blitz in Rams Raiders before last segment. Thanks for dropping some knowledge on us.
Hey, man, I just try to contribute the best I can. That's all I try to do every day is
And
make you guys happy, man.
We appreciate it. We really do.
Definitely.
We want to throw you this question from the text line here, Jay. 1100 asked, is Kurt Cignetti building a program or did he just build a team for this year?
Time will tell. I mean, it's a great situation. The schedule was or is a great schedule. The timing of the Big Ten that he came in. I think they played Michigan, and Michigan is not nearly as good as they were last year. And so I think it's the perfect time. He's got definitely a team for this year. It'll be interesting to see how he does when those 14 or 22 guys he brought in leave, because it's the perfect storm. But you know what? Every year it's a new team. He's a good coach. They got a good team, good stuff going, good run. So you want to be aware of it, but you definitely don't want to take anything away from him.
The other question I think is worth getting to here on the text line, 6141. Is there anything about recruiting rankings that are objective? Do they grade measurables like the NFL draft, or is it like a college course that says, I only give out so many A's and B's with their star system?
Man, I think it depends on what service. Also, I think what region of the country you're in. Like if you have a kid from Nebraska, the same kid in Nebraska, same kid in Texas kid will be ranked higher. So, and then a lot of it's potential. You have kids that are 4-star and it's more of a potential than when you have a 3-star guy that's actually a 4-star player. So it's a crapshoot. Generally they don't miss a lot on the 5 stars, but anywhere from 4 stars to 3, high 3, that is the probably bigger miss rate. That's just in any sport. And so, I think the stars are, the star is your initial ranking. What you leave at as whatever star ranking is really what you really were. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah.
So there's an old saying, you don't make you see like financial advisors with all the different letters in front of their names and all that and so forth. Whether, my brother's a doctor, tell him, look, man, yeah, you're a doctor, but, certification is one thing, but you make the certification. So you make your star ranking based on what do you do when you leave, or what you do while you're here and where you're at when you leave.
Yeah. That's just the thing about these recruiting rankings, is that it's trying to make objective that which is entirely subjective. I mean, yeah, you can look at a player and say he looks like a better athlete. He moves like a better athlete. His production was better, right? Those are the facts. But like you said, if you make your own star ranking, or you live up to or down to your star ranking, it's in large part because of who you are and where you go and who's coaching you.
Yeah. There's a lot of factors that go into it. The team, the situation, the locker room, how well you fit into the locker room, so forth and so on. And then the biggest part is what you do with it, and obviously if there's a lot of support and a lot of opportunity to get, bigger, faster, stronger, and grow as a player on and off the field, you're going to see you're going to see it come to fruition pretty quick and often. I just think that sometimes kids and fans have a mindset that you pour water on a kid and then they're
just going to sprout and grow.
I call it the chia pet mentality. What? I just get this kid. He's from Texas. I put water. He'll eventually be great. You got to, there's a competition gene that you can't measure. That like to compete, or competitor gene.
Mississippi Mud Dog said, why can't it be both for Cignetti? He's built programs everywhere he's been. Sure, this year was easier for him because he brought his guys, but what makes anyone think that he isn't also building the program like he's done everywhere else?
I don't think we've said that.
Well, but I think the premise of the question was asking, is he a flash in the pan? Is he a one-year wonder? Or is there more on the horizon, right? It doesn't seem Mel Tucker-ish.
Yeah, it won't be like this every year.
But I think building this team helps him build a program. We haven't seen Nebraska have a year one like this to jumpstart a program.
Yeah, and it's different. I mean, you got to think doing what he's doing at Indiana, he's going to mess around and be a legend, and you're only going to be there 3 years. So it's a totally different atmosphere. It's a totally different NIL and transfer portal situation from Mel Tucker to right now. It's extremely different. It's obviously a different athletic department, considering all the stuff that went up there, and it's 50-50 at best that they shouldn't even have fired him. You know what I mean? Or at least he's going to get some of that money back. Cignetti he's a good coach, man. He's got the same guys with him. He knows what he's doing. It's a great opportunity. He knows how to build a program. I think he's going to be a good recruiter. He's recruited some of the best players from what he says or what they had on the internet that ever played for Alabama, and that's starting with Julio Jones and those guys. So he got to get the gap. Got a lot of confidence in himself and what he believes in, and if he gets the right players and they start to bring guys in, they're always going to be a viable opponent. One thing that they will not be able to recover from is they start losing coordinators. He's never had to deal with that. That's why that's a big issue, for him and his staff.
They've been together.
Well, that continuity will immediately be gone.
That's an important piece. That continuity. I mean, I didn't know that from that standpoint, but I knew that there was something about, because I had mentioned that one of the things that I think Nebraska's come to a position of that I was telling Austin, I don't think Rhule should even be walking around the rooms, and he shouldn't have to pump and prime nobody. I'm putting onus on all coordinators at this point, and I got things that you need to be doing, and if you ain't doing it, then somebody gonna get in here and get it done. That's kind of where we are, because there's just no way I feel, Jay, and you can tell me from a football standpoint, because you've had off weeks. We do it a little bit different on the basketball side, but there's no way you should have come with that kind of energy and just lackluster seeming. Yeah, the body language just was like, why it sounded like they went in a fight with Michigan or at their peak, or they had played Ohio State the week before, and they were just, and it came the next week, they were just sore, they was beat up, they just didn't have it. There's no way you should have a week off and come out and lay that kind of egg. It's just
right, yeah. I mean, for sure,
energy wise, at least.
But I would ask you, why does that got to do with the coordinators?
No. It was multiple. It was multiple.
I don't think it's a scheme thing.
No. I'm saying, okay. So for example,
I'm just saying,
like for example, let's just talk receivers, because I've really been on the receivers. I was telling him about George Pickens. I said I saw George get a couple of balls thrown at him, and they were 50-50 balls, and he went and got them. There's no way as a receiver that a 50-50 ball, that a cornerback should be able to strip it from you, rip it from you, or get it from you in any way. That just should never happen, because the tie always is going to go to you in some form.
Right.
And just that not grit of wanting to go and get it is it's got to be the onus on somebody. And I'm saying, if I'm Rhule, I'm not going to the players and looking them in there. I'm going to the coordinators and saying, you better figure out how to get some heart in these cats. And I think I might have sent you the blocking thing. Like, I'm just like, just these little things. Yeah. Where's that coming from? It's got to start from a coordinator. That's the way.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it. I look at it totally different. I mean, we're all adult. We're getting paid,
and they're getting paid.
No, they're getting paid. I'm not getting paid. They're getting paid. Yeah. So they're compensated. You're playing a game. It's a competitive game. It's after a bye week. That's more like, I'm not a big finger pointer. I was like, at this point, when you're in a season, you got to just like get in there and figure it out. But it's a choice whether you want to compete or not. I don't need a coordinator to tell me that. Now, granted, you want to make sure that, before you start, like, as soon as you fall on your face once, everybody wants to question the defensive scheme, offensive play calling, and all that. Let's just get back to Let's just get back to this, like, walking and chewing gum. Let's get back to some of the things we displayed earlier in the season that maybe we, haven't been done haven't been doing as well. And now we, it bit us in the butt versus, look, man, if they aren't motivated after what they did last week, then that's more on them. If they think they have chances of going to the NFL, well, you're playing against NFL guys, so we're going to see exactly where you're at, and so it's a great game to do that. I think sure you're the head coach. You're going to make sure you just dot the I's and cross the T's. The same with the coordinator is going to go on down, but guys got to execute, man. We got to start doing our job and then playing football.
Let's pause 10 quick seconds for station identification here on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
I think it's when you lose like that, everybody's got to take some blame. I mean, it's just not, it's inevitable, right? But I think when you go to the extreme, then you start to really start talking yourself into some things that necessarily aren't true. Now, it doesn't matter what team, like, people don't realize there was times in 94, 95, and 97 we did not play well, but we were able to pull it out. Or we had some knuckleheads.
Missouri.
Right, right. We got taken to the, it was an off day, and we didn't play well. I mean, Corby Jones is still breaking bread off of that. I mean, it was a legendary game for him. Or, my last year with K-State and Michael Bishop, and they were just on it. Or like, James Brown in 96. But it never was we had the intent to play well. And so, being competitive, we just sucked that day. And so, nobody's adverse to a crappy day, but you can't be adverse to without the right intentions. So I think that probably is the focus. And then also I think what this team is learning is in the Big Ten, this is the closest thing to the NFL. There's so many small things that it's a cause and effect, man. I'm telling you. A penalty on first down on offense will set the defense up to give up a play. Now, how do you stop that? That means you got to make the simple plays look spectacular, and you got to do it consistently.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Yeah, but it's easy. That's easy to tell you.
Simple as that.
But it's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
Especially against a top 5 opponent. Huskers going to the Buckeyes on Saturday. Sure, you and DP,
I just want to see the compete.
Talk a lot about that on Old School.
If I see compete and you lose, I'm okay. But just go out and compete.
Yeah, but if you compete, you don't lose. You just run out of time, Jack.
There it is.
Just run out of time.
Jay's in the middle. Strick's on the end. Ellie's on the board.
You just run out of time.
3 of the 4 of us are sticking around to start off Old School. The man who's in the building is behind us, Kevin Meyer. Meyer's Cork and Bottle. We're not going anywhere. Big thank you to Nevco for their sponsorship of On the Block. Big thanks to Starter Human Jewelers and Aloe for Channel 961.
Happy anniversary.
Hey, appreciate it, Stricky.
Yeah.
2 hours ago, celebrating 4th anniversary with wifey. But first, we're imbibing, courtesy Kevin Meyer.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines, with payment options through insurance and a sliding fee